Hi, I'm Jamie from Phoenix Rising Saddles, and we are here today to give you a quick synopsis and rundown of the unique features of our Imus 4-beat saddles and Phoenix Rising Saddles Legacy saddles. We do have a lot of this information more in depth on our website, both in the form of articles and also more videos, but this is just going to give you a quick few-minute rundown of the unique features. So it's not quite as wordy as our website is. So the first thing I want to talk about is our saddle tree. So the tree is the bones of your saddle. So it's really, this is what makes or breaks the fit for your horse. There are some other factors that come into play when it comes to fit, but generally this is where it's at. So we use a tree made by Steel Saddle Tree Company. They're a renowned saddle tree company. They make saddles for tons of other saddleries. They have wooden trees, which are just stiff. All this area is made of stiff wood. Ours is made of a wooden pommel and a wooden cancel, which helps give it stability. But the bars of the tree are made of a hard polymer material, sort of like a rubber tire. It does have strength and fortitude. These trees will last you just as long as a wooden tree. But what it does is it flexes with your horse. So when you can imagine the weight of the rider on the seat and your horse moving underneath, the saddle does move with your horse. It also flexes from side to side this way as well, which is kind of awkward to get it to do while I'm standing here this way. But the entire bars of the tree do flex and move with your horse. We also have a unique placement with our saddle due to the specific bars of the tree that Steel Saddle Tree builds to our specifications. So there are other companies that use trees made of the same material. The way that the saddle is put together and the way that the bars of the trees, the angles are unique to our saddle and built to our specifications for the 4-beat saddle and Phoenix Rising Legacy saddles. But we do have a more forward placement too, so the front edges of the bars of the tree are designed to cup around the shoulder to allow complete rotation of the shoulder. We'll get into more of that later, along with some of the other unique features of the saddles that we offer. But for now, we'll continue talking about the tree, and I'm going to show you our leather suspended ground seat. So what we're going to discuss next is the ground seat that we use in the Imus 4-beat saddles and Phoenix Rising Legacy saddles. This is a really important feature of our saddle, and I will explain why. So first off, what is the ground seat? The ground seat is the area that the rider sits on, and it supports the rider's weight. It also serves a function of helping to distribute the weight. We find that leather, because it does move, does a better job of evenly distributing weight than possibly no ground seat or hard fiberglass ground seats. Doing a leather suspended ground seat is a more expensive option. They're handmade. We use the same high quality leather that we do in the rest of our saddles. But it does serve an important function regarding our flexible tree. So some companies will use the same type flexible tree and put in a hard ground seat. So this whole area is made with like a hard plastic, a fiberglass. What that does is it impedes the tree's ability to actually flex and move with your horse. So having something that moves in the ground seat really is important to allow the tree to function the way that it's supposed to. So what we do is we attach 2 pieces of the leather here, and it's just connected by a little, some leather roping, and you can see the way that it moves. The tree is still able to flex underneath underneath the weight of the rider. So it's still going to move with the horse. We also build in this nylon webbing that you can see here. That webbing also helps to distribute the weight evenly and keep the saddle stable. But if you look here, it also allows the seat to flex and the tree to flex together. So that's a really important feature of our Imus 4V saddles and Phoenix Rising Legacy saddles. And we're also going to talk next about the material that we build into the saddle that does a phenomenal job of distributing the rider's weight. So the last thing we're going to talk about, at least in this video, in regards to the Imus 4V saddle and Phoenix Rising Legacy saddles that makes them really unique, is the material that we build into the saddle. This is called Supercore. We build this material not only under the bars of the tree, but the entire underside of the saddle. So it does a great job at providing weight distribution. So if you're not familiar with Supercore, it's an open cell, lightweight material that is shaped, it's like honeycomb. And you probably can't see it, the light through it, but it is open cell. So it's very lightweight. It's naturally antibacterial, it's naturally antifungal, and it will last you forever. So this material, how it works is it's not very thick, but those honeycomb cells work together that wherever there's weight, what it does is it sort of redirects and redistributes wherever there's pressure, so it just kind of rolls. So I'm pushing my hands together hard and they're not touching. But you can see this material isn't very thick, so there's not a lot between you and your horse. This particular pad, we've probably had going on 15 years. It's been to probably 100 expos, had thousands of feet stood on it, and as you can see, it really does last forever. But we like to put it in our booth. It says "Step on Me" because we want people to come over and really experience it, because this material is outstanding. They use this material in hospitals and nursing homes to prevent pressure soreness. They also use it in captain's chairs of several major airlines, and they found that when you don't have pressure points, if you have an area where you're sitting comfortably, or in the case of horses, you're comfortably under saddle, it really helps reduce fatigue. So it's a benefit for the horse. We also put this in the seat for the rider, in the stirrups for the rider, so both the horse and rider can benefit from this amazing material. Now, I'll say again that we have information about all of this stuff in more depth on our website. Feel free to check us out there. You can read articles, you can watch more videos, and then I'm going to be soon posting new videos that talk about our unique forward placement, the type of rigging we use with our saddles, and a couple other things that really set it apart. So our website is phoenixrisingsaddles.com. Okay, so just a couple quick points that I wanted to fit in here right at the end of the video to let you know that our saddles, both the Imus 4V and the Phoenix Rising Legacy saddles, work wonderfully for both gaited and non-gaited horses. Some of the things we discussed about the trees allow the saddle to adjust to each horse it's on, providing a custom-like fit. The saddle itself is designed to be completely comfortable for the horse and allow complete freedom of movement, which is especially important for gaited horses, but it's really important for any horse. We provide a 14-day, no strings attached trial. We pay the shipping to you, so if it doesn't work out, you're able to return it back to us, and you're only out the return shipping. We are able to run a program like this because we have an over 90% success rate fitting both gaited and non-gaited horses. We also provide fitting support both pre-sale and once you get your saddle, so you're not left out. You can do it, we'll work with you however much you need to ensure that it's a great fit for both you and your horse.